This is Azerbaijan, a miraculous country with a centuries-old culture, history and ancient people, whose lifestyle presents a unique combination of the traditions and ceremonies of different civilizations. The capital of Azerbaijan, the city of Baku, is a harmonious juncture between modernity and ancient history. Azerbaijan is in the South Caucasus region of Eurasia, nestled between the Caspian Sea to the east and the Greater Caucasus Mountains to the north. You can cross our country from south to north in just 5 hours, and during this journey, you will experience 9 out of 11 climate zones. Azerbaijan is at the crossroads of east and west. Here, people pray for peace and prosperity in mosques, synagogues, churches, and many other sacred places. Our history is ancient. A number of our monuments are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Our culture is also a harmony of diversity. Our people are diverse as well. However, there is one feature that unites them all. That is hospitality. We are a young republic with a rich heritage. Whether you're interested in history, culture or adventure, Azerbaijan has something for you. Submerge yourself in our diversity. Azerbaijan as a country has a quite ancient statehood history. Historical Azerbaijani lands are some of the most ancient cultural sites of modern civilization. It's no coincidence that several caves with traces of ancient inhabitation were found in our country. Azakh Cave is one of them. Azakh Cave is situated near the village of Azakh in Khojavend district of Karabakh. This cave is one of the most ancient human inhabitants, not only in Azerbaijan, but in the whole world. One of the archaeological finds discovered in Azakh Cave was the lower jawbone of the Azakh man, also known as Azakhantrop, who lived about 400,000 years ago. This proves Azerbaijan to be one of the sites of formation of ancient human beings. In the late 1st millennium BC, there were strongly organized states like Manna, Media, Atropatena and Caucasian Albania in the Azerbaijani territories. Bear in mind that Caucasian Albania has nothing to do with modern Balkan state in Europe. In the late 15th, early 16th century, Azerbaijani statehood entered a new stage of its development, as outstanding statesman Shah Ismail managed to unite all Azerbaijani territories within a single state. With its capital in Tabriz, it was the Azerbaijani state of Safavid. The Safavid rule saw the Azerbaijani statehood culture develop even further. The activities and successful internal and foreign policy of Shah Ismail and other rulers turned the Safavid state into one of the most powerful empires in Near and Middle East. Outstanding Azerbaijani ruler Nadir Shah, who came to power after the fall of Safavid state, expanded the territory of the former empire. In 1739, he invaded northern India, including Delhi, but his plans to create a powerful and centralized state on this large territory were not successful. After the death of Nadir Shah, his empire fell, and Azerbaijan was divided into small states, khanates. The country entered a period of military and political crisis. Several Khans' attempts to unite the country in a single state failed. This presented an opportunity for foreign invaders. In the second half of 18th century, Azerbaijan became a theater of bloody wars. The south of Azerbaijan was united into Turk-Qajar Empire, while the north of Azerbaijan was annexed to Russia. The war between the two great powers was concluded with Turkmenchai Treaty of 1828. According to the 15th article of Turkmenchai Treaty, which was signed between Russia and Qajar as a result of the war, Russian Empire resettled the Armenians from the village of Maraga of modern Iran to Karabakh, Yerevan and Nakhchivan Khanates of Azerbaijan. On May 28, 1918, the first secular democratic republic in the Muslim world was proclaimed. The newly established Azerbaijan Democratic Republic did its utmost to honorably fulfill the historic mission that it undertook. Guided by the principles of people, power and equality from the very first days of its existence, Azerbaijan Democratic Republic eliminated racial, ethnic, religious and class inequalities by granting all citizens of the country the same rights. For the first time in the East, and long before some European countries, women were granted the right to vote in Azerbaijan. Unfortunately, Azerbaijan Democratic Republic had to make one of its first decisions under quite complicated conditions, when the Armenian military units conducted ethnic cleansing policy against the Azerbaijanis and put forward territorial claims. That decision was to concede Yerevan to Armenia when a compromise was reached as a result of the Batumi negotiations. This grave historic mistake paved the way for the next tragedies in the life of the Azerbaijani people, encouraging the continuous expansion of the Armenians. Azerbaijan Democratic Republic existed for about 2 years, from 1918 to 1920, when Bolshevik Russia occupied Azerbaijan along with former countries. During the Soviet period, the territories of Zangezur, Goycha provinces, part of Nakhchivan and other regions were seized from Azerbaijan and annexed to Armenia. On July 5, 1921, Caucasian Bureau decided to retain the highland region of Karabakh, also known as Nagorno-Karabakh, as a part of Azerbaijan, taking into account the importance of the national peace between Azerbaijanis and Armenians. 2 years later, the Nagorno-Karabakh Autonomous Region was established on the initiative of the Bolshevik leaders, which was a first step towards separating Nagorno-Karabakh from Azerbaijan. The people of Azerbaijan demonstrated great heroism during the Second World War, and Azerbaijani divisions fought from the Caucasus to Berlin. Baku Oil played a decisive role in achieving victory over fascism. After the World War II, many Azerbaijanis living in Armenia faced threats and acts of violence from the Armenian government. In 1948 to 1953 alone, more than 150,000 Azerbaijanis were deported en masse from their historical lands in the territory of the Armenian SSR. Some of them, especially the elderly and infants, died due to the severe resettlement conditions, unfavorable climate, physical deprivation, and mental suffering. At the beginning of the 1980s, there were further deportations of Azerbaijanis from the Armenian SSR in order to press territorial claims on Azerbaijan. The deportations were on a large scale, and more than 250,000 Azerbaijanis were ousted from 1988 to 1989. Thus, as a result of the deportation policy deliberately and systematically implemented by Armenia, the expulsion of Azerbaijanis was completed. After 71 years of Soviet oppression, Azerbaijan restored its independence on October 18, 1991. On 14th of June 1988, the Supreme Council of the Armenian SSR decided to incorporate the Nagorno-Karabakh Autonomous Region into the Armenian SSR. On 2nd of September 1991, a self-styled Nagorno-Karabakh Republic was proclaimed in the territory of the Azerbaijan SSR, while a referendum was held on December 10th. It was obvious that given the prospect of the collapse of the USSR, Armenia was pretending not to be a party to the conflict, acting upon a special plan in an effort to mislead the international community. In response, on 23rd of November 1991, the Supreme Council of the Republic of Azerbaijan abolished the status of autonomy for Nagorno-Karabakh. Armenia, which had been openly voicing its territorial claims to Azerbaijan, now switched to military operations without declaring war. This is how the conflict entered the active phase. A ceasefire agreement was reached on 12th of May 1994. Up to that moment, as a result of Armenia's military aggression, 20% of the territory of the Republic of Azerbaijan, including Khankendi, Khojaly, Shusha, Lachen, Khorjavand, Kalbajar, Aghdam, Fizuli, Jabrail, Gubadli, Zanglan districts, as well as 13 villages of Tartar district, 7 villages of Kazakh district, and 1 village of Sadarak district of Nakhchivan were occupied by the Armenian army. As a result of Armenian aggression, more than 1 million Azerbaijanis became refugees and internally displaced persons. More than 20,000 Azerbaijanis were killed during the military operations, and more than 50,000 were disabled. The Armenia-Azerbaijan conflict, which had become a grave threat to international peace and security due to its interstate nature, caused a heated debate within international organizations, paving the way for the adoption of a number of important documents on the issue. In response to yet another attempt at military aggression by Armenia, the frozen conflict has flared up. Starting from 27th of September 2020, Armenia attacked the positions of the Azerbaijani army in Karabakh region from several directions using heavy artillery. Azerbaijan launched a counterattack that led to a large-scale 44-day patriotic war, resulting in Azerbaijan's decisive military victory over Armenia. On 10th of November 2020, the statement of the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Armenia, and the President of the Russian Federation was adopted, and Armenia signed an act of capitulation. This put an end to the Armenia-Azerbaijan conflict, and Azerbaijan restored its territorial integrity. Azerbaijan is a key international actor in global affairs. Azerbaijan is a cradle of oil industry and home of the first offshore oil drilling deck in the world. Our country initiated the industrial production of oil in the middle of 19th century. The oil fountain in the Bibiheybat field of Baku laid the foundation for the first industrial production of the black gold in Azerbaijan in 1848. Today, Azerbaijan is a dynamically developing and stable country thanks to its political course determined by the national leader Heydar Aliyev and successfully continued and implemented by President Ilham Aliyev. In addition to protecting its national interests and status as a leading state in the region, Azerbaijan built mutually beneficial relations with the political, economic and cultural spaces of Western, Islamic countries, the Turkic world and the Commonwealth of Independent States. Since 2019, Azerbaijan has been the chair of the Non-Aligned Movement, an international organization dedicated to representing the interests and aspirations of 120 countries that are not formally aligned with or against any major power bloc. to its favorable geographical location, Azerbaijan is the shortest transport and energy corridor connecting the countries of the West and East, North and South. As a result of the implementation of energy and transport and communication projects of strategic importance, Azerbaijan occupies an important place in the architecture of Europe's energy security. Supporting the EU's efforts to diversify gas supply, Azerbaijan has implemented the Southern Gas Corridor. This 3,500-kilometer project changes the energy map of the entire region by bringing natural gas from the Caspian region to European markets. Rather than an alternative to Europe's gas supply, the Southern Gas Corridor provides a means of diversification. Only recently, Azerbaijan and EU signed a gas deal which maintains bilateral trade of natural gas via the SGS of at least 20 billion cubic meters of gas annually by 2027. As for another energy project of strategic importance, which Azerbaijan intends to implement in the foreseeable future, is to transport green electricity through Georgia and a submarine pipeline to Romania and Hungary.